Hello and welcome to the Informed Traveler Podcast, a weekly travel podcast where our goal is to help you become a more informed traveler. And I'm your host, Randy Sharman. It is that time of year again to look ahead into 2025. And with that, the people from Fromers have come out with their list of the top places to go in 2025. So in a few seconds, travel expert Onanta Forbes joins me to discuss some of those destinations. And if you don't like what's on that list, Booking.com has a list of their own with the top trending destinations for the coming year. And one of the places on that list is Houston, Texas. So Dani Musse from Booking.com will give us some tips on what to see and do in Houston. And Ken Stewart from Crowfoot Travel Solutions will be along with a few destination ideas of his own and travel deals with our weekly roundup. But first, let's kick things off chatting with travel expert Onanta Forbes, who joins us each week to discuss some of the travel news and travel trends. You can follow her adventures on Instagram, Facebook, and X at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Hi, Onanta.
Hi, Randy. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. If people are looking for some ideas to go in 2025 or places to go in 2025, Fromers, the famous Fromers people with all those books, have a list of the best places to go to in 2025. I don't think we'll get to all of them, but let's run down a few that caught your eye.
Right. So one of them is Bolivia. And in 2025, it's their bicentennial, and it's commemorating the country's hard-won freedom from Spain. So they're going to have monthly celebrations, and it's actually already started. And you can expect parades, live music, dancing, carnival, fireworks, and so much more. So you can acknowledge the history of it, but also take in the considerable natural beauty of the country as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think that would be a great place to go. And I think people are kind of looking to your point of South America becoming an up-and-coming destination is the cost. And I think people can save a lot of money. But once you get there, I mean, the cost to get there is probably the biggest chunk of it. But, just the everyday costs are relatively inexpensive.
Yeah, and I can speak to that. We were in various countries in South America earlier this year, and it is a good value for your dollar, especially when your dollar isn't always perky.
Good way to put it. Well, one place that I looked on the list and is Nashville, Tennessee. I'm a big country music fan. I have not been to Nashville yet. I say yet because I will one day, and I think that would be just for the music and the culture, the history, all of it. But to our point of cost effectiveness, it's probably not there. It's probably a little more expensive than going to Bolivia.
Yes, it is, but it's a place that it doesn't really have any downtime. So you can always find something to do there. And also in 2025, Grand Ole Opry turns 100. So that's going to be honoring a lot of their country music um, artists that are there. It's actually the longest continuously running radio show, and it's going to have like 230 shows throughout the year. So try and go there, but also go to the opera at the Rhineman. It's a historic auditorium, and it offers more a variety show than a concert. So lots to do. If you're a country music fan, you'll totally enjoy it. If you're a sports fan, you'll enjoy it.
I forgot about the sports stuff. Yeah, there's lots of sports going on there too. So a fun place. Anything else that you saw that caught your eye?
I'm quite interested in Madagascar. Not the easiest place to go to, but talk to your travel advisor because there's some Emirate flights from Dubai that is making it more accessible. But for Madagascar, for me, it was basically, just when you see a picture of it, you see these big baobab tree species that are tall, and you can see them in lots of Instagram posts. Lots of interest in plants and the animals here that can be found nowhere else in the world. And it's on the southeast coast of Africa, so it's actually quite a bucket list for wildlife enthusiasts. So something different to go to. Maybe you're already going to Africa, so add this on.
Yeah, why not? It's one of those exotic places, and maybe for some people a bucket list kind of a trip, right?
Absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna add, we seem to be having a theme here. You like the exotic trips around the world, and I'm sticking to the United States. So,
Okay. That's okay.
and
Close
especially with
by.
our Canadian dollars, probably not a good thing. But anyway, Universal Epic Universe. My son has been talking about this. He wants to see it. It opens up at Universal Orlando Resort in May. And it's well, if you've been to any of the Universal resorts, you kind of get an idea. But it's all kinds of fun things to do, and it's a multi-billion with a B dollar investment by its parent corporation Comcast. So this looks like it would be so much fun. There's uh, one land dedicated to classic horror icons, which I think would be a lot of fun, is Frankenstein and the werewolf and fun things like that. So
Yeah, it sounds very, very intriguing. And with all that money put into it, I think this theme park is going to have the guests in mind. And so consider it for your next year because I'm, just looking at what they offer. So you talked about the one land with the classic horrors. So then there's another one that it includes like Wizarding World of Harry Potter attraction. So I'm thinking that's going to be pretty big. And
mm-hmm.
then also Super Nintendo World. So lots to do with your kids. And also being a kid at heart for adults. I don't think you'll be bored going here. You just have to maybe budget a little bit extra because it is going to be based on the US currency.
It is always lots of fun at Universal, either Orlando or the one in California. They have all kinds of fun things going on. Okay, one more from you. Which spots would you like to look at it for 2025?
So I always like, as you notice, I like Europe. So Slovenia, and sometimes smaller is better. So it's actually the size roughly of Massachusetts. So you can crisscross across through Eastern Europe pretty easy. And in Slovenia, you're going to be able to enjoy like Alpine towns or like mountain passes, and then enjoy maybe some wine making that they have here. Also. History is really big here. You can check out some castles and churches, um, go to the coastal resorts that are still kind of reminding people of perhaps Venice back in the day. So it's got the sights and the taste of all the different countries that border Slovenia, like Italy, Austria, Croatia, and Hungary, but with fewer crowds. So maybe something of interest.
Well, anytime you go to Europe, there'll be something of interest. And I think if you, the great thing about Europe, you can travel to 3 or 4 different countries in one day. 'Cause,
Absolutely. Yeah. They've got good train system, and it's just a really neat opportunity to look at history, enjoy food. So if you're a foodie, yeah, lots to see here.
Well, and there's other places too. Again, sticking with my U.S. theme, they added Tucson, Arizona, which it turns 250 years with the Southwestern flair and all kinds of culinary events. So anytime there's an anniversary that a destination is celebrating, that would be a good time to go see it.
Yeah, and there's lots in 2025, and Frommer's is such a good resource when you're looking for inspiration, as far as where to go when you're there. Maybe the hotels, maybe what to eat, maybe the attractions. It's a great source that I've used as a personal traveler as well as in my role as a travel advisor as well. It's a good source of information, and they're always up to date.
Well, people can check out the list. It's on the Frommer's website, fromers.com, the 2025 best places to visit list. And always great to chat, Onanta. Onanta Forbes is a travel expert. You can follow her adventures. And if you want to book any of these destinations, by the way, she can help you out on
Absolutely.
Facebook, Instagram, X, at Onanta Forbes. OnantaForbes.com is her website. Great to chat, Onanta. Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, the folks from Booking.com have come out with their list of the top trending destinations for the coming year. And one of the places on that list is Houston, Texas. So joining us now to share some tips on what to see and do in Houston is Dani Musse. She's the area manager for Booking.com. That's the website, Booking.com. Hi, Dani.
Hello, nice being here again.
I know it's been a while since we've chatted, and now we're looking into 2025. And Booking.com has come out with their trending destinations for 2025. One of them is the city of Houston. So we're going to talk about Houston. I've been to Houston. Well, I've been to Houston's airport many times. And I love Houston's airport. It's one of the best airports. It's very functional. It's very easy to get around. They have a lot of great shopping if people are into shopping. But that's my experience of Houston. So tell me your experience of Houston.
Well, I would say the airport is a start, 100%. We have to start somewhere. It is an exciting place. And it's fun you mentioned the airport piece, because one time, something that people take in consideration when they are about to take off to a destination is commuting there, is traveling there easy? And to Houston, yes, it's super easy. The airport the logistic is easy. It's easy for you to find your way around. And coming from Canada, you have the express check-in in the airport, things that make the trip even faster. But once you land in Houston, you have so many activities. You have such a diversity and entertaining place that you can go as a family, you can go as a couple, you can go as a group of friends, and you will find something for you to do, from discovering the museum district to going explore the food district. You will always find something exciting from day to night.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a big city, so there is lots to explore. I do want to just back up a bit and just asking what kind of criteria did you have for coming up with the list of a trending destination?
The trending destinations, we observe what are the customers, the travelers looking for in terms of convenience of traveling, in terms of budget, in terms of attractions that they are most looking for, and Houston made to the list.
Nice. Well, and I would, kind of guess that most people wouldn't put Houston on their top 10 list of cities in the United States to visit, but that's the reason why it's becoming a trending destination. People are looking outside of, places like New York and Los Angeles, like the main kind of, places that people go. So Houston offers a lot of things.
That's very right. And that excitement of finding out the new gem, the new thing that you can discover and you can call your own traveler finding. So I think Houston has a lot to offer, and the accommodations and the deals that you can find, I think it makes it even more attractive to go there as a family or as a group of friends.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's dive into some of the things that Houston offers. You mentioned like the different districts, and it is a larger city. So just talk a little bit about that.
Yes. So as you have the diversity in regards to festival and events, you can explore different foods, and you can go, for example, in Booking, you can find the walking tour where you're going to stop in different restaurants and bars to try very authentic Latin food or Asian food. And that is just something you can get for like $5, and you have a 40-minute tour just testing different pieces of the city. But you also can deep dive into the museum districts where they have more than 19 museums that you can buy the tickets in our attractions page, and you can spend the day really going from dinosaur discovery all the way to contemporary art.
I'm one of those boring people that likes museums, but if you're traveling with a family, maybe museums might not be the thing. Maybe they're looking for some more adventure, maybe zoos or a theme park or something like that.
What about the Space Center, which is a big attraction for Houston? You can go into the Space Center and you can spend the day really understanding more and interacting more with aspects of the universe. You can even meet astronauts that stop by for small lectures and sessions about their discoveries in the space. You can go inside the real spacecraft and tell that you are part of the crew.
Well, that would be a lot of fun. Now you're talking about some of the interactive kind of things. Now, again, we've talked about how big of a city the Houston is. How is it easy getting around, or how easy is it getting around Houston? I'm assuming they have all the amenities of, Ubers and taxis and public transit and those types of things. Or if you wanted to rent a car, so is it easy to get around? And you mentioned walking tours. I love walking tours because you get to explore in a slower pace.
I love walking tours too, especially when it's guided and gives you more of the history of the place. But you can also get a city pass and get into those classic hop-on, hop-offs that I particularly am a big fan of them. And you can go listening to the story while you get your ride to the attractions. Uber, Lyfts, renting a car, bikes. There are multiple ways that you can get around, all of them super easy, and you can go into the attractions page or our car page and you can find them in booking.com as well.
Well, that's one of the advantages, right? If you not only can you book your flights and your hotel, but there is car rentals, attraction tickets, even airport taxis. So basically it's a one-stop place where you can book everything.
We want to make it easy for everybody to experience the world, and being a one-stop shop where you can create your trip and your experience from beginning to end is our biggest ambition. One of the biggest ambitions, because the second one is to make sure that we have everything under a good budget and a good deal that you can bring your experience to life.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am looking on the booking.com website, and I just wrote in Houston, and 1,261 properties found. So there's a lot of choices. And the one thing I do like about booking.com is if you're looking for a vacation rental, if you're traveling with a family, larger group, maybe 4 or 6 people, and you're looking for, an apartment style place, or even a home in a residential neighborhood, you can find that too on booking.com.
You can find that, and once you land on the page, you have filters so you can really tailor what you're looking for and get exactly the type of accommodation to make it very fast for you to identify exactly your needs. Hotels, boutique hotels, home, you will find it, and under a budget that you can accommodate.
Mm-hmm. One thing that comes up, though, with companies like Booking.com and other online booking things is customer service. Tell me about the customer service. If something goes wrong, is someone there from Booking.com to help me?
100%. And that's a big commitment. And actually, it's a big thing for me as well. You are traveling somewhere, something goes wrong, you can open the app, you have the chat there instantly for you, or you can call somebody and talk, and it's 24/7 in multiple languages, and they will support you with anything that you need. Either if it's to support because something went wrong with your accommodation or because you need changes, they will support you with that.
Excellent. That's what I like to hear too. So people can, anything else, any other tips about Houston you want to throw in?
Well, just make sure that you stay tuned for the deals coming right in the beginning of the year, so you make sure that you are booking your 2025 dreams.
It's the top 10 trending destinations for 2025. There's 9 others if you want to check out the list. That we won't go down the list, but Houston is on that list. And Dani Musse is area manager for Booking.com. Again, the website Booking.com is the website. Thank you again for chatting, Dani. It's always a pleasure to chat with you, and have a great Christmas.
Thank you for having me. Happy holidays, everyone.
This is the Informed Traveler Podcast. I'm Randy Sharman. Just want to remind you of our website, theinformedtraveler.org. That's where you can find our contact page if you have any questions or comments about the podcast. You can also email me too with any questions you might have. My email address is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. And if you want to get up-to-date travel info through the week or just see a few amusing travel stories and links, you can like us on Facebook at facebook.com/informedtraveler, on Instagram Instagram at Informed Traveler or on X at Informed Traveler. So now, as always, we'd like to end the show with our weekly roundup, and joining us to do that is Ken Stewart from Crowfoot Travel Solutions. Good day, sir.
Hello, Randy. Hello, everybody. Happy holidays. And wow, just only a few days left until Christmas. And as I mentioned last week, we're slowing down a little bit, which is a good thing because we can get caught up and I can spend some time with the family. But again, a lot of people are already booked or have plans for the next few weeks. So that's a good thing. So hopefully everybody travels safe over the next week.
Exactly.
Remember to travel to Cancun. There's been the visit tax, and it's been in place since 2022, but the new president is starting programs to make sure it's checked for tourists arriving. So you are required to have a QR code upon your arrival in Cancun. So you've got two options for paying for this and getting your QR code online, and just make sure that there is an actual site from the Mexican government, or the alternative, and a really good safe one, is with Travelcore. And they're a Canadian company who's been authorized by the Mexican government to support and help issue the tax. So if you need help in finding the correct links, even if you didn't book with us, by all means, give us a call, shoot us an email. We'll hook you up. And just a reminder, Cancun is the only destination and airport in Mexico that these taxes are required to travel to. So Puerto Vallarta, Oaxaca, Mazatlan, nobody else does it, just Cancun. And they are checking, and we have heard reports of clients that have been flagged from traveling previously and did not pay. So they're having to double dip and pay twice. So again, it's a tax. It's there. Just pay it. You're done. No worries.
Here's a question for you. Now with the new airport in Tulum, does that tax apply in Tulum? Because Tulum is also in the state of Quintana Roo.
Correct. Yeah. So it's the state of Quintana Roo that's applying it.
Good.
So, yep.
And also, I did see, too, that the cruise tax that the Mexican government was going to add on has been bumped back now till June.
Receiving
so
a
they've
lot
delayed
of slack from the cruise lines.
I think they did.
You're going to tax us to stop here for one day? Well, we may just have to change our itinerary. So, I think there was some back and forth on the table, and at the moment, the cruise lines won.
Yes.
Well, and again, if it's going to the right things like the infrastructure, roads, I know they just completed a brand new bridge in Cancun just outside the airport to make traffic flow a lot quicker. So, if they're using those things, I'm all in for it. I don't mind.
They also got to pay for that Tren Maya, the Mayan train that runs from Cancun to
that's working
Tulum
really, really well.
Is open now. So I saw another story too. It is open. So
yep, we'll have to talk about that one day. We'll check it all out and get all the updates for you.
Mm-hmm.
A reminder, again, if you're booking your own or have flights to or somewhere in the UK, and you're going to be traveling after January the 8th, which is only a short time away, hopefully your travel agent reminded you to make sure and apply for the ETA, so Electronic Travel Authorization. You are required to have that to enter and or fly through any of the airports in the UK. So, and again, applications open back in November 27th for us Canadians, and real easy to find the link on there. And again, if you need the link, give us a shout. We'll send it out to you. So one of the things for booking on your own compared to booking with a travel agent, and again, hopefully your travel agent's a good one, and there's lots of them out there that they'll remind you and telling you about these types of things.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Are you a sandals or beaches fan? Or maybe you're wanting to try one for your first time? They've got some great savings on right now. So for sandals bookings, you can save as much as $225 for 3 to 5 nights, $555 for up to 6 nights, and $1,000 for 7 nights. And if you want to take the family, you can go to beaches. You can stay there for up to $150 savings for 3 to 5 nights, $355 for 6 nights, and $400 for 7 nights. And let's throw in a free night on select categories too. How about that?
Yeah, that would be great.
Again, great resorts for adults and for the families or whatever. Lots of inclusions. I know with beaches or whatever, they're one of the ones that you can, drop the kids off first thing in the morning and pick them up later on at night or whatever. And even have an adult day, which is nice because a lot of resorts or whatever don't. And all their people that look after all the children and everything are all totally certified too. So you can feel comfortable when you're leaving your kids with them. So.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Christmas markets and river sailings have really taken off over the last couple of years. This year, they're almost 100% sold out earlier in the year, which is not surprising with the offers that they have. And the itineraries in which you get to experience in the ports and with the locals is just fantastic. So Viking River Cruises wants you to come along with them in 2025. And as I said, they sold out pretty much this year. So right now, they've got reduced airfares, free beverage package thrown in, all for only a $25 deposit if you book by the end of the year, December 31st.
Very good.
Scenic Eclipse. Yacht boutique cruising, sailings for each of the two poles, both the north and south, so you can enjoy unparalleled access to nature. They've got 2 state-of-the-art helicopters that you take off right from the ship for your tours, custom built submersible, and they're truly all-inclusive excursions led by their expert discovery teams. So you can navigate the Arctic waters by Zodiac, get on land and play with the penguins, encounter unique wildlife on guided kayak adventures in the Arctic. Again, lots of stuff to do on both sets of poles, and they're great tours. Voyages are on sale through March of 2027 right now, so book your Antarctica or Arctic expedition voyage in 2025 through 2027 and enjoy exclusive savings up to as much as $17,000 per person.
Wow.
So huge coin. I mean, they're not cheap tours and sailings by any means, but again, $17,000 saving is a great chunk of change for you to put away.
With that savings, you could go on a couple of other cruises with somebody else.
Exactly. Double dip.
Mm-hmm.
Cruisers and those of you who think of doing your first cruise, maybe wave season is just around the corner, where pretty much every cruise line has a sail on of some sort, kind of like a Black Friday thing, but just for cruising. A couple of examples. Holland has already started their offers on December 19th. They're branding it the Start Your Journey sale. Free balcony upgrades, free kids fares, 50% reduced deposits on the Have It All cruise bookings. And Have It All means that everything's included, your beverages, dining, Wi-Fi, shore excursions, credits, and all that put together in one package for you. Everything from a 6-day Pacific Northwest jaunt along the coast to a 42-day Northern European Odyssey, which is a fantastic trip. So now's a good time to plan your 2025 summer vacation or your winter escape for 2025-2026. And as a bonus, they're going to throw in a $400 onboard credit per stateroom when you book by January 31st. So again, it's always good to take advantage of all these extra little things that they're throwing in for you.
Oh, yeah. They all add up, right?
Exactly.
And, you know, when you're comparing cruise line to cruise line, sometimes it's the little things that make the difference.
Yep. Another example of Hoodegren expedition ships. And again, these are great smaller ships, a little bit different in the sense of the traditional cruising ones, but scientists on board get into some great destinations. Right now, you can save up to $4,000 on all-inclusive 2025, again through 2027. Expedition cruises to Alaska, Antarctica, the Galapagos, Greenland, and more. And you can book with confidence with their lowest price guaranteed program. So if the price drops later on, you're locked in. You're going to get that no lower price. And they've got some great select itineraries right now, too, for solo travelers with no solo supplement.
Oh, good.
So that's a great saving for people that want to travel on their own, or maybe you're traveling with a friend, but you want your own cabin.
Yeah, for sure.
Get her locked in and get her done.
Yes. Well, speaking of comparing cruise lines, right? That's another thing to look at.
Exactly. We'd like to wish everyone a Merry Christmas, however you celebrate it. May you enjoy the company of each other, your family, friends, and have fun and be safe. And remember, if you won the lottery last night, or you just need some professional help with your new travel plans, Crowfoot Travel Solutions, we've been proudly serving Calgary in the area for over 25 years now. So we've got you looked after, no matter how small or how big your travel needs are. So that way you can just relax. It's all taken care of.
Indeed, sir. What's the number if they want to call you?
In Calgary, it's 403-241-7140. Outside Calgary, call us toll-free, 877-511-5511. Then you, too, can relax. It's all taken care of.
Indeed, sir.
Happy holidays, everyone.
And that is our show for this week. If you have comments or questions, we'd love to hear from you. If you have a show idea, send that along as well. My email is randy@theinformedtraveler.org. And if you like what you heard, tell a friend. You can check out our website, too, at theinformedtraveler.org. In the meantime, thanks for listening, travel safe, and be an informed traveler.